Hi guys. I've been meaning to make this video for a while, and I know I haven't quite figured out how to say it or how to put it across. So I'm just gonna get straight to the point. Yeah, I grew up quite in a multicultural. I grew up in a very multicultural family. So this isn't really my type of thing to talk on racism, because I think that sometimes talking about racism increases racism. Um, but I don't even know whether to call it racism. I don't even know quite what it is, but I think that it's something that's subconscious within football culture, and I think that um, sometimes there's an overreaction to black players when they underperform, and I'm not sure. I mean, they're humans. It happens. I noticed when I was younger. I always noticed, like, because I was black, that people would make certain assumptions about me when they saw me. Like, say I was about to play a game, I was about to come on the pitch. People just make certain assumptions about you because you're black coming onto the pitch. I don't know if other people can relate to this or have noticed this. But when you come on the field, there's an assumption about how you play or how good you are, or you've got to show something really amazing. And it worked in your favor sometimes. It was actually a good thing, because sometimes if I did something that was good on the pitch, like, it would be like, whoa, this guy is really, really good. Like, this guy's amazing. Like, um, in school, the PE teacher called me lightning because I ran fast. You know what I mean? So there's always this kind of, like, your novelty as a black player. You're something different. You know, you're a bit of a freak of nature in that sense to certain people. I've noticed growing up, and but I think it's not stopped me in any way from playing football, or made my life a misery. You know what I mean? It's just fun, and I think that people like to put people in boxes, don't they? They see people and they want to know who you are, what kind of person you are, how if it's football, how you're gonna play, what kind of, who are we comparing you to? Are you the Roy Keane? Are you the next Andy Cole? Are people just naturally like to do that. So I think with black players, people like to make assumptions, and sometimes it goes in an unhealthy way, though, where it's like, well, because you're a black player, you're supposed to be so much better. And over the years, black people have done very well in athletics, in sports. But I do think there's an overreaction, and obviously, you can let me know what you think, but I do think there's an overreaction when black players underperform. And I've noticed that it gets very personal very quickly. I, so, even, the most recent one is Ashley Young. But let's go back to Lukaku at one stage when he wasn't playing well, or people thought that he can't control the ball, blah 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 blah, and all this kind of stuff. And then all of a sudden it got really personal, to the point where people were actually chanting personal stuff to him in the crowd. And it's like, he's one of your players, like, like, it got really personal really quickly. And I'm not sure why that is. But I felt like I wanted to talk about it, because I just feel like, well, the latest case with Ashley Young, I just thought, wow, this guy is a guy who isn't even a right back. He played on the left wing, and now he's playing at right back. You tell me how many players can do that, and that's what I'm saying. It's like, he is literally defied every barrier that's been put in front of him, and still performed. Even for England, he had a great World Cup. Gareth Southgate was big on him. Um, And even after that, I mean, he's been coached by the best managers: Alex Ferguson, Mourinho, Van Gaal. They've all picked him and said Ashley Young is good, but yet still fans want to lynch him now, and he might not be good enough anymore. But why lynch him? Why get personal with him? You know, that's my issue, and I think some fans have a subconscious mentality towards black players. They're almost like animals on the pitch. You know what I mean? Like they're not human beings. That's why they get so personal so quickly, because they don't even see them as humans. They're more like animals, beasts. You know, on the pitch. But you know, black people do have feelings too. Just to let you know, they do. They are human too. You know, they have families, they have wives, they have all those things. Um, and you know, it hurts. The criticism hurts. Just so you know, you know, if a player isn't good enough, there's no reason to get personal with that player. And to the point where every video you're gonna turn the camera on and be like, right, Ashley Young, right, right, right. You know what I mean? And it's like, you know, it's over the top and it's unnecessary. You don't need to do that. Um, you know, Ashley Young will be the first to tell you he's disappointed with his performances. You know, like I've said before, he's captained this club. You know, he's shown integrity and leadership qualities, not just on the pitch, but in the dressing room, on the training pitch. So that's why he's captain. So if he knows, he'll know more than any of yous that he's underperformed. So I just think you should, you know, chill. You know what I mean? Stephen Howson, just chill. You know what I mean? Chill, because you know, he's someone who's showing loyalty to this club, and that's something that's rare in this day and age, and it should be honoured. It should be honoured, the fact that a player has been loyal, because that we're going out of that age. Those players are dinosaurs now. The days of Gary Neville, Scholes, Keane, Butt, all these players that were very loyal to Man United, those days are gone, and that's why we like Solskjaer so much, because he was part of that age as well of loyalty. But we're in an age now where players are not going to do that anymore. They're just going to look for the next big paycheck. You know what I mean? Big payday. You know, but Ashley Young, he's stuck with us, and he's matured, and he's done what's asked of him. So, if anything, he should be given a victory parade when he leaves this club, because he has really seen us through the good times and the bad times. He's been here, and that should be honoured. And yeah, that's my thoughts on. I think racism in football, I think it's always going to be there, isn't it? It's a society issue. Like I say, it's a subconscious thing. I think people have these pseudo ideas in their head of what a black player should do and be. You know, I think when black players play sports or athletics of any sort, I think a lot's expected of them. So I think that if they drop their standards in any way, shape, or form, it's considered like almost an abomination, you know. So, but I do think, you know, it's something that we should watch, all of us, because we all have subconscious ideas and thoughts inside us that we should challenge. We should criticize ourselves and analyze. Critical thinking is very important in life. So that's my thoughts. If you've got any thoughts you want to add to it, and you want to join in the conversation, please do. I would appreciate that. And see you soon.